The quantum self. Ego versus quantum self. The traditional understanding of self in Western philosophy and psychology has often revolved around the ego, a structured identity shaped by personal experiences, societal expectations, and conditioned responses. The egoic self sees itself as separate, striving for individual survival and recognition. However, from a quantum perspective, the self is not a rigid construct but a fluid and interconnected entity, existing in a state of superposition. In quantum physics, superposition refers to the ability of a particle to exist in multiple states simultaneously until it is observed. Similarly, the quantum self is not confined to a singular, egoic narrative but exists as a collection of potentials, capable of shifting based on conscious awareness and intent. Unlike the ego, which is bound by linear time and causality, the quantum self embraces the interconnected nature of reality, perceiving experiences as part of a greater whole rather than isolated incidents. A core distinction between the ego and the quantum self lies in attachment and identity. The ego clings to definitions, achievements, and external validations, creating a sense of separation from others. The quantum self, however, operates beyond these limitations, recognizing the self as a fluid, ever-changing field of potential. By relinquishing egoic rigidity, individuals can embrace their quantum nature, allowing for transformation and a more harmonious existence with the universe. Self-observation and reality shaping. One of the fundamental principles in quantum mechanics is the observer effect, the phenomenon where the act of observation collapses a quantum wave function into a definite state. This principle has profound implications for self-awareness and personal transformation. In the realm of consciousness, self-observation acts as the mechanism through which individuals shape their reality. Meditation serves as a powerful tool for collapsing the wave functions of the mind. Through meditative awareness, individuals can direct their focus and attention towards specific thoughts, emotions, and intentions, thereby determining which potential becomes manifest in their reality. When the mind is left unchecked, it operates on autopilot, reinforcing egoic patterns and habitual reactions. However, when one cultivates conscious awareness through meditation, they actively influence the unfolding of their existence, choosing higher vibrational states over conditioned responses. Furthermore, self-observation allows individuals to transcend reactive behaviors by recognizing the impermanent nature of thoughts and emotions. Just as quantum particles behave differently under observation, human consciousness can reshape itself when directed inwardly with clarity and intention. By integrating meditative practices into daily life, individuals can shift their perspectives, align with their highest potential, and create a reality that reflects their inner transformation. The timeless soul as a quantum entity. The concept of a higher self has long been explored in spiritual traditions, often described as an eternal essence that transcends the physical body and individual identity. Quantum mechanics offers a compelling framework to understand the higher self as a quantum entity existing beyond space-time constraints. In classical physics, time is viewed as a linear progression from past to future. However, in the quantum realm, time is nonlinear, with past, present, and future existing simultaneously. This aligns with the notion of the timeless soul, a self that is not bound by chronological limitations but exists as a continuum of experiences across dimensions. The higher self, in this sense, is not a distant, separate entity but an ever-present field of consciousness, accessible at any moment through awareness and intention. Many mystical experiences and near-death encounters describe a sense of oneness and timelessness, where individuals report existing beyond their egoic identities, merging with an all-encompassing presence. This suggests that the higher self is not confined to human perception but operates from a quantum field of infinite possibilities. Accessing this quantum aspect of the self requires transcending ego-based fears and limitations. Practices such as deep meditation, lucid dreaming, and intentional visualization can facilitate a connection with the timeless soul. By aligning with this higher consciousness, individuals can navigate life with greater intuition, wisdom, and a deep sense of interconnectedness. Integration of quantum self into daily life. Understanding and embodying the quantum self is not merely an abstract concept but a transformative approach to living. By recognizing the fluidity of identity, actively observing thoughts and emotions, and connecting with the timeless nature of consciousness, individuals can cultivate a more expansive and harmonious existence. Practical steps to integrate the quantum self into daily life include mindfulness and meditation. Regular practice of mindfulness enhances self-awareness and aligns thoughts with higher vibrational states. Detachment from egoic identities. Observing and questioning rigid self-concepts allows for greater flexibility and personal growth. Conscious reality shaping. Setting clear intentions and visualizing desired outcomes directs energy toward manifesting preferred realities. Embracing interconnectedness. Acknowledging the unity of all existence fosters compassion, collaboration, and a deep sense of belonging. Trusting intuition. The quantum self operates beyond logical reasoning, and learning to trust intuitive insights can lead to profound guidance and fulfillment. By integrating these principles, individuals can shift from a limited, ego-driven existence to an expansive, quantum-oriented way of being. The quantum self is not a mystical ideal but a natural state of consciousness, one that embraces infinite possibilities, transcends physical limitations, and aligns with the fundamental interconnectedness of the universe. The awakening process. Dark night of the soul. The awakening process is often romanticized as a sudden, blissful realization of higher truths. However, for many, it begins with a profound period of suffering and inner turmoil, commonly referred to as the dark night of the soul. This stage is marked by intense emotional, psychological, and even physical upheaval as one confronts deep-seated illusions, attachments, and aspects of the ego that no longer serve their higher purpose. The dissolution of the ego. The ego, constructed over years of conditioning, beliefs, and societal influences, resists change. The dark night of the soul forces individuals to see beyond the false self, exposing hidden fears, unresolved trauma, and limiting paradigms. This can manifest as depression, anxiety, a loss of identity, or even an existential crisis. However, this suffering is not purposeless, it serves as the catalyst for spiritual transformation. Navigating the darkness. While this period is painful, it is also an opportunity for profound growth. Some key strategies for navigating this stage include surrender. Resisting change prolongs suffering. Acceptance and allowing the process to unfold naturally ease the transition. Self-inquiry. Questioning one's beliefs, thoughts, and emotions can lead to deeper understanding and detachment from conditioned responses. Meditation and mindfulness. Grounding techniques help maintain presence, reducing fear and uncertainty. Seeking guidance. Learning from those who have undergone similar experiences provides reassurance and practical tools. Journaling. Writing down thoughts and experiences can offer clarity and highlight recurring patterns needing transformation. As the ego dissolves, a greater sense of peace and purpose begins to emerge, paving the way for integration. Integration. Embodying quantum insights daily. The realization of higher consciousness is not enough, it must be embodied. Integration involves aligning one's daily life with newfound awareness, allowing authenticity and presence to guide every action and decision. Steps for integration. Living with authenticity. Honoring one's true self requires shedding societal expectations and embracing individuality. Speaking and acting in alignment with inner truth strengthens personal integrity. Cultivating presence. The past and future exist only in thought. True power lies in the present moment. Mindfulness practices, such as conscious breathing, body awareness, and gratitude, anchor awareness in the now. Aligning with universal principles. Quantum physics teaches that observation influences reality, thus, one must cultivate intentional focus. Thoughts, emotions, and energy shape experiences. Maintaining a high vibrational state attracts positive outcomes. Building conscious relationships. Surrounding oneself with like-minded individuals fosters growth and reinforces awakened living. Practicing non-judgment and compassion deepens connections and mutual understanding. Embracing uncertainty. Awakening dismantles the illusion of control, requiring trust in the unknown. Flexibility and adaptability allow for a harmonious flow with life's natural rhythms. By embodying these principles, awakening becomes an active, lived experience rather than a theoretical concept. Journey, not destination. Awakening is not a final achievement but an ongoing process of expansion. Each insight, challenge, and transformation reveals deeper layers of awareness, making the journey endless and ever-evolving. The cyclic nature of awakening. Just as the universe operates in cycles, so does the spiritual path. Periods of clarity alternate with moments of confusion. Enlightenment is not linear. Recognizing this prevents frustration and cultivates patience. Embracing growth with grace. Continuous learning. Remaining open to new perspectives fosters deeper understanding. Books, courses, and discussions with awakened individuals accelerate growth. Practicing detachment. Awakening requires releasing attachment to specific outcomes. Letting go of expectations allows for the natural unfolding of life's lessons. Celebrating small wins. Every moment of awareness, no matter how fleeting, is progress. Gratitude for each breakthrough reinforces motivation and joy. Trusting the process. The universe orchestrates experiences for one's highest evolution. Even perceived setbacks serve as lessons, guiding deeper into truth. Conclusion. The awakening process is a sacred transformation that dismantles illusions, integrates higher consciousness into daily life, and unfolds as an infinite journey. The dark night of the soul may challenge the very foundation of identity, but it is a necessary passage into authenticity. Integration ensures that awakening is not just an intellectual realization but a lived embodiment of presence. And above all, recognizing awakening as an ongoing journey rather than a final destination brings peace and fulfillment. In this ever-unfolding process, the key is to remain open, adaptable, and committed to inner growth. The more one aligns with the quantum nature of reality, the more life becomes a harmonious dance between self-discovery and universal expansion. Get your copy now on Amazon and start living quantum.